That's Owendale.
Morning. Morning, lass.
Ayuda. Ayuda.
Owendale breezed well. It didn't really quite go as well as planned as far as the first part of the work. We had a older horse that wasn't really cooperating that we're trying to break off, put him down on the inside. The horse was just kind of goofing off a little bit, so Owendale just kind of had to go ahead, drop down to the rail, and go ahead and start working. Broke off a little slow, but finished up extremely well and galloped out great. We had him, I think, 113 and 3 for the 3/4 and 126 and 3, I think, for the 7/8. So I was pleased with the work. He got something out of it. The rider said he felt great. But it didn't really go as planned. We kind of trying to get him to set off of another horse. The other horse just wouldn't cooperate. But we'll do something not quite as much with him next week, leading up to the Breeders' Cup.
You're going in the Classic with him. What about the 1.25 mile? I remember watching the Travers and thinking sort of mid-stretch, this horse could win. And then I don't know if it was the distance or, he was down on the inside, as I recall.
Yeah, I mean, he down on the inside didn't seem like the place to be many days this summer at Saratoga. I mean, he wasn't glued to the fence or anything, but it just did seem like the horses in the further out, the better the horses were moving. Obviously, the winner come down the middle of the track that day. So I don't know. I mean, like you said, I mean, Florent kind of had to get after him inside the 3/8 pole or around the 5/16 pole, and I kind of thought, well, he's backing out of it, and then he kind of stayed on. I think with a good trip, this horse can get 1.25 miles. So we'll see what happens.
Is the thinking if you're going bear hunting, go for the biggest bear? Or?
Yeah, and well, difference in the mile and the Classics, $5 million. I mean, one's $6 million, one's $1 million, and just do a whole lot for him. I think as far as I know I'd do a lot for him as far as becoming a stallion and getting a stallion deal done on him. Going 1.25 miles and being by being by end of mischief. It would be huge.
Hard to judge how good he might be because he's just been running against the 3-year-olds and he's won some nice races, but he hasn't won any of the premier races yet.
Right, no doubt. And we've only really tested him we've tested him twice. Grade 1's being the Preakness and the Travers, and like you said, he ran a great race in the Travers. Just wasn't good enough that day, and the Preakness, I think if he gets an inside trip or could have saved a little more ground, which just given the trip and the way the race unfolded, I think he could have been right there and he could have been at the finish with War Will. But as a rule, the 3-year-olds have really done well in the Classic in past years, and this horse, he kind of reminds me a lot of Monomoy Girl last year. These horses have been in training all year, and you keep thinking, when are they going to take that step back and ask for that break? And he's not done that. I mean, he just keeps moving forward and getting better all the time, just like she did last year leading up to the Breeders' Cup. But he's a very tough horse, solid, and very sound, and gives it to you every week when you ask him to breeze, and he shows up on race day.
So you're not just taking a flyer with him. You believe he's got the ability if he gets the trip.
Absolutely, no, there's no doubt. His horse runs good numbers, and if he gets a trip, he'll be there. There's no doubt in my mind. This horse is, as long we have 2 weeks until the race, but if he's doing as well 2 weeks from today as he is right now, he'll be a factor in the race. There's no doubt.
And you're holding off on a jock to see if Florent.
Yeah, it's Florent's mount until we can know a little more about his condition or availability. So and we've talked to some other jocks that it's a possibility. We've got some replacements in mind if we need to cross that bridge.